Hello everyone. In this hands-on video, we will learn how certificates can be generated automatically using an extension called autoCrat and how those generated certificates can be made more authenticated by putting a QR code into them. So let's start. For the purpose of generating a certificate, let us first try to design the template of the certificate. For that, let me go to slides.google.com, type it in the address bar, and now you will see this landing page for Google Slides. Here you can find a lot of options, lot of already available templates for slides, or else you can go to the blank option and create any template of your own. So let us try to create a template, and for that you will have the option to insert. You can go to the insert in the toolbar over here, and if you click on that, you will find these options like image, text box, audio, video, shape, table, chart, diagram, word art, lines. So for now, let me go to the image where I can see the options upload from computer or search from the web. So the first option is for if I already have a template which is stored in my local device, I can go to this option and get it pasted here, or else I can go to the web to search for a new template. So let us go to the web, and in the search tab let me type certificate template. Okay, so by typing this, these are the available options that Google has provided me to use any of the templates from here. So let us take this template for now, and I click on insert, and then as you can see, the template has been added to my Google slide, and I can always adjust the template as per my requirement. Okay, I can stretch it, make it smaller or bigger, fit to the slide as per my wish. And now the basic template is ready. Now I have to put the text over here. So for that, I have to go to the insert tab over here, and this time I have to click on the text box. So by clicking on the text box and dragging it, I can create one where I can write my desired text. So let's say I type to for here, so in the workshop. So I have written my text over here, and you can adjust the position of the text. You can change the font of the text from the available options over here. Let me choose this one. Okay, and I can increase or decrease the size as per my need. I can make it bold, I can make it italics or underlined, or even I can change the color. Let me try this one, or maybe this one. Okay, so whatever I wanted to be displayed in my certificate is ready. So it goes like this. This certificate of appreciation is awarded to name of the person for his or her excellent performance in the workshop. Now as you can see, I have put the name in between two less than and two greater than symbols, and this is the field which is known as the text, which is to be merged with the available data, and this data will be displayed in this position in the certificate. So let me put the name in middle, and I can also align the text position, and for that I have to select the text, and then I have to go to the format option in the toolbar. Here you can find align and indent, and you can choose the desired indent. Here I am choosing the center as well as middle indent, make it a bit larger. Okay, so let me now try to put some other options, say the signature. For that again I have to go to insert text box and write my desired text. Okay, and for each time I can make the alignment like this. Okay, let's say I want to put the date. Again, here is one more thing, that instead of going to the insert in the toolbar again and again, here is an option for shortcut to insert the text box. So this time I am clicking on this option, and directly I am drawing one text box to put the date over here, but I am putting the date as text, that is in between two less than and two greater than symbols. That is, this field is also to be merged with the available data. Now let's say I want my QR code to be displayed at this position, that is at the lower middle portion of my certificate. So for that again I have to draw one text box, okay, and write the QR code. So as you can see, the QR code, the position for QR code has been placed, and I have placed it in between two in greater than symbols, that is this particular field has also to be merged with the data available with me. So now if you wish to, you can also add some certificate numbers. Let us try one for that also. Here just write C number and between two less than two greater than symbols. So this is somewhat the gist of the certificate that I want to develop with the data available with me, where the fields like date, the QR code and the certificate numbers will be merged with the data available. And for the signature purpose, let me try. I already have a signature kept in my desktop, so I'll just drag and drop the signature, adjust the size of the signature, and I can put it here like this. So the signature has been put in the certificate, and the rest of the fields have to be merged with the Google Sheet. So now let us close this window, as I have created my template with a Google slide. So this is automatically saved into my Google Drive, so I can access it anytime. So I'm closing this window, and let me now try to develop some data through a Google form. And now, to insert appropriate data into the required fields within tags in our certificate, we have to have a database containing the data under the same field. That is, if we go back to our certificate, we will see that the fields called name, QR code, date and certificate number, which are to be present in our data sheet as well. And I have created one demo data sheet for this purpose, And if you can see here, the sheet contains the columns called the name of the participant, the certificate number, the date and the QR code, the fields that are required to be inserted to the certificate. Now let's see how all this can happen. But before that, let us try to incorporate the appropriate contents to generate the QR codes in the required column. Here you have to keep one important thing in mind, that for incorporating a QR code into a certificate, the code must have a shareable link. You can generate a QR code from any of the online QR code generator applications, and for that you just need to type online QR code generator, and here you will see a lot of options for that. But as I had already mentioned earlier, here we have to look at those applications only which provide a shareable link alongside generating a QR. So in this case, for generating the QR code into my certificate, I have used the application called CoQMe. So by typing this in the address bar, we can see this land, and it provides a lot of options to insert our data. For example, the website URL, the text option from the vCard and many more. And for I am choosing the option text over here. So for that, let me go back to my demo data sheet and just pick up the contents, copy the contents that I want to be displayed in my QR code. So say I take the contents, name of the participant, the email address and their certificate number, and I just copy these contents. Let me copy it again. Copy this content, Control C, and go back to the site and paste it here. So you can see the content has been pasted over here. You can always modify the content. So here I'll type, say, name of the student, this is the email ID, this is the certificate number. Okay, so let's say we want this much of content to be displayed in our QR code. So by putting this data into the particular text box, it already generates one QR code, you can see over here. So you can download it from here directly, or you can go to the option called embedded over here. So by going to this option, you will have the option to change the color of the QR code if you want to do that. You can also change the background color of the same. Just let me try this one for now, and here you can see that this is the shareable link that has been generated against this QR. So let me just copy this URL, Control C, and go back to my demo data sheet and paste the URL against the relevant column. So let us try the same again for the next option. I'll pick the options, name, email address and the certificate number. And again I'll place it here, info bits, this is the email ID and this is the certificate number. Okay, so another QR code has been generated against this data. Again I'll go to the embedded position. I will change this time, say I want these two colors for the same, and I just click on this shareable link. I get the link copied by clicking on Ctrl C, and I'll go back to my demo datasheet and paste the relevant URL against the data. I have put the links for the contents to be displayed under my QR codes, and now come to the main point, that how we can generate a certificate automatically with this much of data. So for that we'll have to have one extension which is called as autoCrat, and for that let me go to the add-ons in the toolbar over here, and here you will see the option get add-ons. Just click on that, and on the search bar you type autoCrat. So by default it is showing here, you can directly click on it or else you can type it on the search bar. So click on install, continue. It will then ask you for some of the confirmations, you have to allow them. And then you are done. So autoCrat has been installed to my desired Google account. So now I can go to the add-ons over here again, and here I can see that the autoCrat has been installed, and I have to click on open this time. So this is the landing page for autoCrat, since I haven't created any project. So I'll click on new job. I have to give a title for my job, say this is a test certificate, okay, and click on next. Now see here I have given the option to choose a template, that is I can either choose it from my drive, or I can also create the template from here as well. So since I have already created my certificate template which is available in my Google Drive, so let me go to there and select this certificate. So you can see the demo certificate template has been added here. So I can click on next. So now comes the most important part, that this is the window which allows me to match the data in my demo datasheet with the fields under the tags in my. So let us try to merge the fields. So first of all we have to select the sheet where we have the data stored. So this is the data sheet, demo data sheet for certificate. So it is showing like that. So this field is already merged. Header row 1, the first data row is 2, these are all correct. Then here comes the option for name. See, this is the option that was triggered, that was incorporated in my certificate template, and this field I have to match with the appropriate column in my demo data sheet. So I'll choose the option name of the participant with the name, okay. And here these are the option for standard hyperlink image and checkbox. So let it be standard. So again I have to match the date tag with the appropriate column in my demo data sheet. So that date has been already matched by default, and here also we'll keep it as a standard one. Then comes the option to insert the QR code. So here I have to match it with the QR code column, and in this case we have to select it as an image. So you have to keep this in mind that until and unless you select this option to be an image, the QR code will not be generated to your certificate. So the next option is to put the certificate number. So again we have to match it with the certificate number column in our demo data sheet. So and we'll keep it as standard. So all the fields have been matched, and now let's click on next. So here you'll see we can give it a file name. So for giving a file name, here on the left hand side of the window there is a wizard. So if you click on this blue ribbon, here are the options that you can choose from here. So let us say I'll click on name of the participant. So if I just go to the file name and I'll put Control V, so name of the participant will be selected automatically. And now let's type certificate. So this will appear as the name of the participant certificate. So if the name of the participant is say A, so the file name will be generated as A certificate. So here are the options in which type actually I want to create my certificate, through Google Slides or through PDF. So let me choose PDF for this time. And the next option is the output mode. There are two options. One is the multiple output mode, and the next one is single output mode. Multiple output mode means that the certificates will be generated for each of the entries separately, and single output mode means that the certificates of all the entries will be generated into a single file. So let me go with this option, multiple output mode, and click on next again. And here is the option to choose the destination folder. So in your drive, it is always suggested that before operating on this action, you do create a separate folder in your drive, and so that you can choose this folder at this point of time. So I had already created one folder for that. So go to choose folder. So here you can choose your destination folder to save your certificate. And you can see that my destination folder has been added to this field. And now again click on next. This is the option to add dynamic folder reference, but this option is optional, so you can leave it for now. Then there is an option to say set merge conditions. This is also an optional field, but you can set the merge conditions, like say if you want to send the certificates at a particular time of the day, you want to send a set of certificates to a set of specific participants, then you can set these merge conditions. But for now I'll keep it like this, and click on next. So here is the option to share docs and send emails. So yes, I want to share my doc. Okay, so next I have to put the email addresses. So for that, what I have to do, again I have to click on this blue ribbon on the left hand side of the window, and I have to choose this email address tag. Just click on that and put Control V, paste the option with Control V, and you can type in the subject, say certificate of appreciation. You can write a message body over here, but for now I am leaving it blank, and you can click on. So this is the last option where you are given the option to run on form trigger or run on time trigger. So run on form trigger means the forms will be sent at one go, and run on time trigger will mean that you can add some time to trigger. So let me choose run on form trigger this time, and click on save. So it is saying saving job test certificate. So you can see my job has been ready, and I can preview my job details over here. I can do some edit if it is necessary by clicking on this option, and if everything is okay, then I have to click on this run job button. So let me click on this. So my job is running. So what will this do, that all the three entries that are in this demo data sheet will get an email for this certificate, for getting this certificate. This process needs a little bit of time, so you have to be patient for that. Okay, so your job is done, and let us now check to whom the certificates had been mailed actually received those certificates. So as you can see, one email by the subject certificate of appreciation has been received, and one PDF document has been attached to it. So by clicking on that, we can see that this is the certificate that we had created. So you can see that the name of the participant, FDP ICT student, is the name of the participant in this case, the date, the workshop number, and the QR code has been placed. So all these fields have been put automatically through autoCrat, unlike the signature that I had dragged and dropped from my local device. Okay, so now if I wish to scan this QR code from any of the QR code scanners available, let's check. Okay, so it is showing name of the student as FDP ICT student, the email ID and the certificate numbers, and that means the QR code is working in this case. So in this way we have seen how beautiful certificates can be generated with Google Sheets using an extension called autoCrat, and we can also put a QR code into it. And there are also options to generate multiple QR codes at a time into a Google Sheet. So for that I have added another video which is available in the playlist. If you wish to, you can also watch that video. So hope you have liked this video. Please do let us know in the comment section. Please subscribe to our channel InfoBits and hit the bell icon for more updates.